So what were you bringing up unnecessarily about me changing my name?
Oh no, I was trying to change the topic. I'm just trying to change the topic.
Actually, I want to talk about that. I think that's an interesting topic. Changing names for like the female side. What is the opinion? Like, you think it's okay? You think it's like normal? You think it's appropriate?
I think it's okay. I think the smart thing to do would be to. I'm gonna give my opinion on this, obviously, because I'm the one who's gonna talk.
Go.
I feel like I cut her off. I looked over at her and she had like a voice about. She was about to say something.
I was about to talk, but you can talk.
No, you go ahead.
Okay, he sunk down in his chair. Okay, I think it's fine. I think it doesn't matter either way, and either person can change their name. You know, say like the husband has a really traumatic history with his surname or something.
Oh,
He
yeah.
can change his to his wife's name. You know, who gives a shit? But for me, I feel like, what? I'm still talking. What are you saying?
Just let him talk then. Let him talk. You're probably gonna remember what you wanted to say, right?
I'm sorry. He's scrolling Instagram Reels. I'm gonna change my name.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it makes me feel more like I'm part of his family. That and the fact I don't really have an attachment to my name, and my dad's dad, who has the same name as me, surname,
Mm-hmm.
is a piece of shit.
Oh,
So I
okay.
don't really want to be associated with that part of the family. My dad's fine, but everybody else is just kind of bad. But the only reason I haven't is because I thought it would complicate my green card process, because then my name would not match my passport.
Right.
But when we got married, I did tick the box that was like, I would also like to go by a different surname. It just didn't mean anything legally.
Right.
I think.
Go on.
I think people should just do the thing that my parents did, and they both changed their name to something new.
They changed the name together. Just
Together to
different
something new.
for
Yeah.
both.
My oldest brother, my second oldest brother is actually the first of the family with that name, because they changed his name when he was born. They gave him his full name, and his last name was different from both of my parents' names.
Yeah.
And then they went to the courts and changed their names. I think that's the cool way to do it. Very pro woman. But I want her to change her name so that it sounds like I own her, and then I can be like, oh, nah, mine.
You actually wanted to drop the surname, didn't you? And just have it be first
I
name,
just
middle
wanted.
name?
My middle name's Oliver, and my first name's Hazen. I thought Hazen Oliver sounds a lot better than my current last name.
However, my point is that your first and second name are supposed to sound good together.
Yeah,
That's
of
the whole
course.
point.
Yeah.
The third name is just tacking on the end. Also, I don't want to be Georgia Oliver.
I gotta be shit.
Wait, so Hans,
I think
right
the-
now your last name is the one that your parents came up with for themselves?
themselves, and it's a name. It's not the name my dad was. It's like a name from my dad's family pretty far back.
Okay, yeah.
And it wasn't his
Right.
last name when he had.
So you
my,
just changed it,
older
and
brother.
then you were born, then you took on that last name.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't ask Jelly to change her last name, so she's not a Mrs. Nakada, but she's still married to me, right? Like, my opinion is, I feel like your full name is your identity, and each time a person gets married and have to change their name, I feel like you're kind of removing that part of yourself, and I don't know. I love everything about my wife, including her last name. I don't want to get rid of that.
Aww.
So that's why we decided to like
That's why you decided
Keep
for
the name
your
still.
wife to give her the freedom to keep her name.
Another probably controversial thing. My baby is a Nakada, but next one is going to be wife's surname.
I like that. That makes it easier if you guys divorce.
Yeah,
Yeah. You know which ones you get.
I get to keep the pretty one.
I tell you now, you get the cute one.
Right.
You're gonna hit those odds twice. There's no way.
We'll see. Yeah. The second one is going to have a different last name from mine.
Would you be upset if you only had girls?
Not really. I feel like I'll be a little disappointed. You know, I like to keep a variety of experience, right? And I've already experienced having a girl, but I feel like that doesn't really change much.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I bet it'll change. I'm sure when they're.
What are you guys' plans on babies?
Oh,
I'm sure we talked about this before on the podcast.
Did
We'll have babies eventually.
Yeah, but boy, girl, like, you care about that kind of stuff?
Oh,
we aren't.
I want like 15, so it won't matter at that point.
Whoa.
So-
A litter. Uh-huh.
Honestly, I go back and forth. I'm like, just 1 would be fine. Also, 8 would be great. But then I think about how expensive they are, and it's like, maybe none.
I think we need at least like 2 for a band, and then we can have like a 4-person band.
Yeah.
That's good. So
When it comes to boy or girl, obviously don't care. What you get is what you get. I don't want to be a boy mum. I don't want to be one of those people.
Mm-hmm.
But if I end up being one, that's fine. Plus, we have like an idea. I mean, things change, hormones and all that.
Mhm.
We grow up, things like that. But we have an idea of what we want to call our babies.
yeah, no, we're
But
fine.
we only can come up with girl names.
Yeah.
So we have 2 boy names that we like.
Yeah, we don't really have a lot.
So
of
if we get a
names.
3rd boy, we're fucked.
Hmm.
Maybe we'll just call it Mikey Nakada the second.
No, Claude Hazen. Claude Hazen again.
He's in again.
It's not a bad name, you know, Hazen. Why not just keep it going?
I like my name because it's not. No. I'd rather give a good impression on my kids so that they want to name their kids my last name, my first name. Sorry. That's better to me than just passing it on to be like, oh, it's Hazen II, and he's like the son of mine. I'd rather have it be like the grandchild or like the great nephew or whatever bullshit. I don't know.
When did we start calling the next generation the second with the same names? Because
After the first one was born.
what I remember is you call them senior and junior. So your baby will become Hazen Jr. and then
Not
Hazen
only
the
if I-
third. Uh-huh.
Well, only if I want it to be. I could call it Hazen II.
The second?
I'm Hazen I. Even though there isn't a Hazen II, I'm still Hazen I.
So, you know what messes me up about that though? What if I want to say your name in bed, but that's also our son's name?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
No,
Okay.
I agree. That's 100% agree.
You
Yeah.
completely fucked everything up. I'm not naming my kid Hazen.
Also,
I'm
it's
sorry.
just here's the thing: if you name your kid, your son, the same name as you, that you're never gonna call it the same name, right? Like if you named your son Mikey, I'm sure you'd call him Mike or something else.
Yeah, something else,
or there'd be a nickname in there somewhere.
I'll be a junior. I'll call them
Yeah.
junior.
That's why people call them juniors. I wouldn't want to call my kid Junior because everybody calls me fucking Junior at work because I work with a bunch of old people. So everybody calls me Junior. It's to the point where
Hey there, Sonny.
The painters were in this whole last couple weeks, and I don't talk to them a lot, but they're nice guys. They're like these really nice Mexican guys that bring in like fish tacos and shit like that. They're super cool. And the guy was like asking me he was trying to ask me questions, and he tried to get my attention, and he's like, Junior? And I'm like, what? He's like,
Junior.
your name's Junior, right? And I'm like, no, it's Hazen. He's like, they always call you Junior, so I'm like, they call me Junior. Everybody at work calls me Junior or Youngster. And he's like, I thought that was your name. And I'm like, no, but I was like, you can call me Junior, it's fine. It's funny. I like the way he says it. So I was like,